son of a southern man, daughter of a freedman, children of the Civil War. Blackbird on a limb, both of them diving in deeper than they've been before. And down a red dirt path, covering their tracks, strangers in the light of day.
So let me take y'all for a little tour of our campsite and kind of the entire facility here at Holiday Campground in Panacea, Florida. So we are in campsite 59, which is kind of on the back side of the property. And as is the case with most private campgrounds, they got you packed in here pretty tight, as you can see there. So you can see how wide these are. And these in the back are probably the widest spots, the ones with the most room. That's why we got back here as opposed to over there on the water. They had one over there on the water we could have got, but man, they were packed in there real tight. When the kids and Stella and everything, we just figured it was going to be better to be right over here. So here we are in 59. These are a lot longer too than the ones over there by the water, which I like. So you got plenty of room to put your vehicle, stack stuff in here. So this is our setup. It's just sand and gravel here. There's no real fire pit, which we didn't build a fire anyway. No fire pit on these campsites. You do have some on the waterfront sites over there, but it looks like somebody had built a fire here previously, so I think you can just build a fire wherever you like. Kind of like reminds me of Spirit of the Swanee campground that we went to. And from the back side here, you can see we still got a good bit of room there and looking out that way. So this campground is just one loop, just one big circle here, and there's a lot of campers that are here for an extended amount of time, several months. Looks like some of these people just live here. Some of these people leave their camper down here all summer and just come on the weekends. So a lot of extended stay campers down here, and I would say only probably a fourth of the people I've seen were like us, just coming down for the weekend. So they've got this nice little pavilion here with a grill, picnic tables and stuff, sink, so you can come cook right there if you don't have that kind of setup at your campsite. So that's nice. These are the waterfront sites here. Like I said, not as much room here width-wise or length-wise, but you do have a really nice view here. And I'll walk down here and show you. You can see those rocks piled up right there. So they've got fire pits along here. And you're right on the beach when the tide is out in the morning and later in the day. Really, really nice views. Just not all these waterfront campsites are super roomy, but a couple of them are. I might try to get one of those next time we come if we plan a little more ahead. We had to just get what we could because they didn't have that many spots left. They said they were full except the one spot we got, but I think because it rained a little bit this weekend, they might have had some late cancellations because there were a few spots open. Now, as of this morning, there were 2 campers right there. They've left since. But yeah, this is a spot with a really, really nice views, and you can walk outside your campsite and walk down to the water, fish, kayak, do whatever you'd like. And then centrally located to the campground is the pool here, which has been really nice. Really nice to come in here and cool off in the middle of the day or later in the day. The boys have really enjoyed it. And then you've got your bathroom, showers, there's a little social room in there. Bathrooms are in really good shape. Look recently remodeled, nice and clean. And the pool's nice and clean. And can't beat that, having a pool within walking distance of all the campsites. Now it looks like some of these people that are more extended stay may actually book more than one site just to give themselves a little more room, like this big Winnebago right here. Looks like he's got the site beside him reserved just to have more space, and I'm almost beginning to think he's got the one right on the other side of us as well, just so nobody's getting right there on top of him. I don't know that for a fact, but he's definitely got 2 spots right there. May have this spot as well because we haven't seen anybody coming in here.
So behind us is the campground from the pier. And these are all the waterfront sites. And I don't want to say every site is on the water, but probably half the sites are on the water here.
And then over here we've got Angelo's.
Yes, which is really good.
Popular eating spot.
I need to tell you something.
And then
only every time I see them cut this off and when a fish get on here and then cook it and then eat it on here.
So, and that bridge leads to Alligator Point. There's another great state park over there called Bald Point State Park that's on that side, and it's a great place to go just for the day. So if you wanted to stay here and you wanted a more like beachy beach experience, that's where I would go. That's as closest to here. Carabel is right up there too, which is great. It's a cute little tiny fishing beach town as well. So any of those places are really nice.
I really like this fish cleaning table right here.
Yeah, I think that's really nice.
Yeah,
You don't normally see that on up here.
it's a nice little addition there.
These are like night roaches.
Brooklyn, you're no better, Bubby.
I thought it was his technique. There, I got one.
Mom, Dad, and put it in my cup.
Let me see it, Bubby.
Put it in my cup.
No, it won't fit in your cup. There he is.
So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Candle by stop love tonight. Didn't know they'd been followed down through the hollow till a hand grabbed her by the arm. Blood's thicker than water, but even his father ain't never gonna do her no harm. And whiskey on his breath, they were scared to death, and he was meaner than the devil himself. It was him or them, and you can call it a sin, but the Roanoke River won't tell. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Candle by stop love tonight. Can't nobody stop this love. 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 Can't no.
Come and look out this. Come and look out this. Come and look out the crab.
Look, buddy. Look, look, look. Aaron, look.
Whoa! A hermit crab.
A hermit crab?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right here's another one.
Dad, where do you pick that up? Oh, Dad. Dad, where do
See
you
him,
pick?
Bubby?
Oh, Dad. Dad, I have a fine berry. We want that fine.
Look at all his legs.
Mom, look at all those legs. And look at all those feet. Where do you pick that? You want to put that one back? Pick that giant one up. Pick that giant one.
Well, Mama got it.
Many ways. Who's this one?
Oh, that was big.
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a giant. He's giant. Super water guy. Super water way and super hand waver. Jack, Jack, Jack.
Can't nobody stop this love. So baby, meet me down by the Roanoke River where the cool dark water meets the full moonlight. If we can sneak away, maybe we could be together. Can't nobody stop love tonight. So
Alright guys, thanks for joining us again for another edition of Campground Reviews.
Campground review time.
We keep trying to work on the song and we just still haven't nailed it, but we're gonna get there.
That's right.
You. So this weekend we came to Holiday
Campground.
Holiday Campground.
Here in
I wanted to make sure I had it.
Occoquan Bay / Panacea.
Florida.
Yep.
So it's just a quick little drive like we've told y'all before, and we sort of booked it last minute because we had some free time, and I am so glad we did.
Yep. So let's go over some of the pluses and minuses.
Okay.
Anytime a campground is on or near the beach, it's automatically going to boost the score. It's
true.
just one of those things. That's
gonna
just
boost
a
the
natural
score.
bias. So that's a huge plus. It's right on the water.
It is right on the water.
If you like to fish, plenty of good fishing around here. Plenty of places.
Definitely
nice
do that.
boat ramps to put in a boat. Pool.
And this campground has a place to put your boat.
Yep.
So if you bring 2 vehicles, you can.
They have a little boat storage area.
Parking area.
Parking area.
Has a pool, and it's a nice pool. It's not like this tiny little weenie pool.
Yep.
It is nice and big, and we spent almost our entire trip in here.
Yeah. Now the beach here is as nice as the beach at Carabel, but it's a lot closer here. Carabel, you got to walk across the road. Here, I mean, it's literally right within the campground.
And it's not like you just have to walk across the road. You have to walk across the road and probably 2 football fields to actually get near the water.
Right.
So it's one of those things where like you're trudging through the sand with
Yeah.
all your stuff on your back. If you have bigger kids, not as big of an issue because everybody can carry their own weight. But when you have little kids, it's not great because you're carrying all their stuff and then usually one of them.
Yeah. So we never took any chairs down the beach here.
Well, because you can't sit down with kids, but.
Right. But some people did, but we just kind of walked down there for a little bit and then went to the pool.
Yeah, I'd stay there for an hour or so and then went to the pool. So that was really nice. Now, this could be a plus or a minus, but in this case, I'm going to say it's a plus. This campground's only 5 acres, which means no matter what campsite you get, you're relatively close to the water and close to the pool.
And the bathroom.
And the bathroom, which I like. The pool and bathrooms are centrally located, and they're sort of in the center, and then everything sort of goes around the outside like that. I would say it looks like a number 9, almost, is sort of the way the campground goes.
Right. And the one at Carabel, which I'll compare this to because it's the kind of closest thing we've been to, is all concrete.
All concrete.
And
no
which is
trees.
not, which is nice, but there's no shade there. And here it actually looks like a campground. I mean, it's gravel, dirt, and I know the concrete's nice, keeps the camper more clean, but I kind of like the dirt. Makes me feel like I'm camping instead of being on a concrete pad. Here, there's a lot more diversity of campers, smaller campers, a lot of people with kids. Carabel, it was all just massive campers, I felt like,
Right.
for the most part. So I definitely like this one better than Carabel. It's closer
I
for us
agree.
to get to.
Closer for us
and
to get to.
I just like it better.
If you spend a lot of time in your camper, then Carabel's probably going to be the campground for you. But if you like to, like us, we're outside almost the entire time we camp, no matter what. I mean, that's just part of being in a pop-up, but that's also just what we like to do. So we liked it here because you could sit outside and be in the shade. You probably can't tell behind us, but there are trees everywhere. And we specifically asked for a camp spot that was in the shade. And if that's important to you too, I can put which ones below are more shaded than the other ones. The waterfront property is beautiful, but not near shaded.
And not near as spacious.
Right.
So you sacrifice a little bit of space if you get the waterfront ones. Now, there's a few of them that have a little more room, but these along the back fence where we are, more shade and more space. So
yeah,
there's a
they're
trade-off
longer.
there.
Sorry, they're longer and wider.
But
The
right
ones-
here from the front of our campsite, I mean, we can see the water right there.
Yeah.
So it's still a good view. We're just not right on top of it like you are on the waterfront. So just a little bit of a trade-off there as far as that goes.
Right. So some other pluses that I realized that I have missed with state parks is they have Wi-Fi, cable, what else? They had gas you could get, but my biggest things were the Wi-Fi and the cable.
Yeah, we didn't use the cable, but
We didn't use, well, I couldn't find the cable.
but they do have it. The Wi-Fi here works pretty good. The little store up there is really nice. Good stuff in there, ice, whatever you need. There's not a whole lot of grocery stores around here. There's a DG up the road, about 5 miles. You can go to Crawfordville, back up towards home, about 15 minutes. There's a Walmart there.
Yep.
But we didn't really need to get a whole lot. We went to the little seafood market here and got some seafood, but that was about it. The cool thing is if you're here for an extended period of time and you're over just kind of hanging out at the campground today, it's just beautiful scenic views. You can ride from here to Apalachicola, whatever, right along the coastline. All these little towns, these little Gulf towns, plenty of those to go visit. Plenty of stuff to do. There's not a whole lot to do right here in Panacea, but you can keep going that way and run into plenty of stuff to do, plenty of good views. So it's close to a lot of things.
I would agree with that. There are 3 good restaurants here though. I think they're the only 3 restaurants.
Yeah, there's Angelo's, Posey's, and Tropical Trader Shrimp. We've only ate at we've ate at Angelo's before. I don't think we've ever ate at Tropical Trader.
I haven't, but I heard it was great.
And we've ate at Posey's several times.
Really
A lot of good seafood to eat around here if that's your thing. Or you can go buy some seafood and cook it at your campsite like we did. So either way, that is nice.
This is also a great place for kayaking. So when the wind is low in the bay, you could easily put your kayak in the water, and your kids could too. We just didn't get it out.
Yeah, it's pretty shallow for a long ways out there. You can wade out in the water, fish, kayak, do whatever you want to do. The pier is really, really nice. They've got these pole holders there and fish cleaning station.
It's made of marble or something?
They had to redo it after Hurricane Michael destroyed the one that was there. They redid it. I talked to the guy who works here.
Got the inside deets.
Yeah, so they redid it and it's a lot nicer. The whole thing's a lot nicer than I remember when I was a kid. Bathrooms look really new.
Yeah. Brand new. Like marble, granite, 3 showers, 2 nice bathrooms. I like that they're right beside the pool, because we were going straight from the pool into the shower into bed, you know, for the kids. So that was really nice for us. I've liked everything about it so far. I mean, it's hit all my key things for a beach campground that was close to home.
For a private campground, any private campground, they're gonna have you stacked in here regardless. I mean, you're not gonna have as much room at a private campground as you do a state park. That's just part of it. But for a private campground on the beach, I say this one's hard to beat. There are several other campgrounds in this area, but this is the one with the best view right on the water. It's
the only one on the water in this area.
Yeah.
That's what they advertise.
The rest of them, I think people more keep their camper down there to come down here fish during the summertime. We met several folks that are from the same area we are back home that just leave their camper down here in the summer and just come down on the weekends. So that's an option too.
That's right.
We like to sample different campgrounds. That wouldn't really work for us.
I know, I'm like, when are we ever gonna go to the same campground twice? There's so many we want to try. I get so many suggestions and I'm like, not enough time. I'd love to do all of that.
There's one called Oclockney Bay State Park or something like that, not far from here. The guy said you go towards Sop Choppy, and he said it's right on the river, not quite as wide as this water area here, but he said it's really nice over there. So that may be one we need to check out in the future.
Good.
So
cons, you got any?
Cons?
I have some.
I'm trying to think of a few.
Okay, there's only they're very small. One, there are a few, maybe 5 or 6 campers that have been here for a really long time.
Yeah, they're homesteaded.
They live here. I saw somebody had a bad Google review of this place just because of that. Listen, if that's the only thing keeping you away, don't let that keep you away. There's so many pluses other than that. I mean, if people want to live in the camper, let them live in their camper.
And all the people here were really friendly. Not every campground we go to has friendly campers.
Right.
Everybody here was really nice and friendly.
I would agree with that.
People that have been staying here for several months. So
very friendly.
That's a plus.
The other thing is some of the sites are very small, like on the waterfront, but they got big old campers just in that spot, like it's nothing. So I mean, it can fit a big camper, it could have fit a little camper. Our children are allowed, so we like to not be able to touch the camper next to us. So that's why we chose this spot, because they actually offered us a waterfront spot, but it looked real small, and we said no thank you though, but we're gonna go on back here where we have a little bit more privacy.
One more minor con I just thought of, there's not a lot of grass here to walk your dog
that's true
on, if that's a big deal for you.
I
mean, you can walk outside the campground right over there and get to some, but there's not a whole lot of grassy area in here to walk your dog, and that may or may not be a big deal. So not a whole lot of cons. Not the nicest campground you've ever seen, but not the worst by any means, and the views and the accessibility make up for it. So
I wouldn't drive 5 hours this campground, but I'm sure enough going to drive 2.
Yeah, all day, every day. So anytime we want a quick beach trip, this would be one of our go-tos if we can get a spot.
I agree with that. So we really enjoyed it. Want to know what you guys think. Do you have any favorite beach campgrounds that you're going to? I've had a lot of suggestions. but they were like 5 and 6 hours away. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, maybe one day when we have jobs that are a little bit more flexible and we can just take off and go. But right now we can't do that as much as we'd like to.
So let's give it an official score.
All right.
I'm going with an 8.2
All right.
on Holiday Campground, which is pretty high for a private campground. But like I said, because it's right on the beach, right here, beautiful views, that boosts it up.
And that pool.
And the pool.
If it didn't have the pool, I would have put it a lot further down.
Yeah,
That pool was boosting it way
So I'd
up.
highly recommend this one.
Yep.
Y'all come give this one a shot and tell us how you like it.
Yeah.
Or if you've been here, tell us how you like it. If you enjoyed our videos from here, give us a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell. Check us out on Instagram at pop.up.life.
Life.
That's right. We'll see you guys next time on our next camping trip.
Bye, y'all.